Life in school is often filled with dreams, expectations, and structured learning. But what happens when the academic journey ends and graduates step into the real world? This documentary, Life in School versus Life After Graduation, Expectations and Realities, focuses on the unique experiences of students and alumni of Nigerian Institute of Journalism, a prestigious monotechnic located in Oba, Lagos. We would now be joining Williams and Stephanie as we hear from the head of department of the institute and few students.
I am Mr. Osuji Michael, the HOD Mass Communication, Nigerian Institute of Journalism, Lagos. I teach print courses that cut across the classes from ND to PGD. NIJ is the foremost monotechnic in journalism in the country, established 1971. Every 10 journalists who practices, if you examine them, 10 of them must have passed. More than half of them must have passed through the NIJ. So, which shows the importance of NIJ in journalism training, not only. Well, we equipped our students here not only to face the present day realities, but after graduation, practically equip them. As far as practicals is concerned, NIJ remains the best. And most of the students who come here from other institutions come here because of our practical exposure. So we do all our best to ensure that our students are 21st century compliant. One of the greatest challenges which students, not only NIJ students, Nigerian students face currently is lack of job. The jobs are not there. So the job market, there's a glut in the job market. So we prepare them to face other realities. But when it comes to provision of job, it's not in our own competence to provide job, but rather we advise them on what to do. We prepare them apart from the practical aspect of our course, via the entrepreneurship aspect of our course, a way of telling our students that apart from what you are taught here, before you leave here, you have to develop one skill, hoping that when they leave here, they must have acquired one skill or the other. We send our students west where they go to industry to acquire the industry practical experience. We do that after the first year, they go for internship. Before they resume for the second year, they will have done at least 3 months internship. And we supervise them. We don't just send them to industries alone. We go from time to time to see how they are doing, to ensure that they are really teaching them without exploiting them. Just as we said, one of the greatest problems facing them, not only in Nigeria, but Nigerian students generally, is lack of job. Jobs are not there. So we advise them to take advantage of the practical courses we have here, to take advantage of them, to put in their best, so that when they leave here, they will not be found wanting. The way things are going now, we don't expect, for instance, if you are in print, You don't expect that when you live here, you are going to be employed by a print or media organization. No, that is why we make sure that our courses, we make sure that there is convergence. Convergence in the sense that we bring in print, broadcast, and some other courses together.
Hello, please. Can you introduce yourself?
All right, my name is Emmanuel Ashmeragwa. I'm currently a student at the Nigerian Institute of Journalism, and I'm currently in my final year.
So, what are your expectations about life after graduation?
After graduation comes with a lot of pressures. First of all, they are expecting that once you graduate, you go serve, and after your service, your NYSC, you should be able to be relevant in the workspace, like maybe land a job in journalism because I'm majoring in journalism. So, my expectations are that I get become part of a big media house or something like that. But I'm currently working on my own media agency at the side, so I hope to have more time to scale up my agency by the time I'm done with graduation.
So, Mr. Emmanuel, do you feel adequately prepared for the professional world?
Okay, that's a very tricky question because the professional world is ever changing, yeah. But I am grateful for the institution I'm currently studying at. The lecturers who take us, they kind of combine industry practices with academia, so we're prepared for what is going to look like. And during the course of my program, I've had the time to intern with a lot of organizations, so that's given me a glimpse of what I should expect when I get. So I can say fairly, I'm prepared.
Are there fears or concerns you have about transitioning into life after school?
Okay, I think every Nigerian student will agree with me that if you are currently a student, you should already know that you're already living life after school, even while in school, because you also have to face the economic pressures. So that would just be my concern, the economic pressures, because right now you now have enough time to focus on your career growth apart from just academics, and the economic pressures would just be my major concern. But I believe that we all have different phases in our life. So after the academics, you'll be given enough time to focus on your growth, and then I'm just hopeful, and I have God by my side ultimately.
My name is Okunye Marvelous. I'm a student of Nigerian Institute of Journalism, HND1.
Okay, what are your life expectations after graduation?
So I have a whole lot of life expectations, but to base it down or to streamline it to the professional world, I'd love to have my own online radio station, podcast, and also get more into the red carpet hosting of events and all of that.
Do you feel adequately prepared for the professional world?
In all honesty, no, because I still have much more skills to acquire, much more knowledge to acquire. I mean, it's a whole lot to own just a personal podcast or YouTube page, not to talk more of an organization on its own. So I still have much more to do and to learn to be able to see I'm adequately prepared for the professional world.
Are there fears or concerns you have about transitioning into life after school?
Yes, I for someone that wants to own such establishments, you would think I do not have. But my fear is about my own abilities. I'm afraid of what I can do. That I'm so scared that if I start, is either I do not make it or I make it. So the fear is there. But I know with God by my side and with the help, maybe with you by my side also, I'll be able to achieve it and conquer such fears.
While current students share their dreams and concerns about the professional world, and the HOD sheds light on how NIJ prepares the student for life after graduation. How do these expectations match the lived experiences of those who have gone through it all? Let's hear from the alumni.
Is Akan Imo. I am a graduate of the Nigerian Institute of Journalism. I did my ND there. That's a long time ago. Then I came back years later to do my postgraduate diploma. I was in the 2020-2021 set. My specialization was public relations and advertising. Today, right now, I am a trainer, learning and development specialist. So what I do is I basically organize and train staff of organizations on courses around marketing, communication, leadership, and the likes. And that's what I do.
All right, Mr. Akan, how has NIG impacted your life after school?
Okay, so one thing that NIJ gives you is the beautiful alumni, and I think that that has been a very big impact. So you walk into places, and if there's somebody that have finished up NIJ, the person just is open to talking to you better. So I think it gives you a good leverage when you get into the workspace.
Moving on to the next question. Are there any similarities between your life when you were in NIG and after your schooling?
Oh yes. So I think that I had a very good advice from one of the lecturers. And I want to give a shout out to him, Mr. Olaliko Otu, amazing man. And so he asked me a question what I do for a living. I told him I'm a trainer. I do learning and development. And he was like, "Oh, focus on it. Oh, you can even start training on marketing and doing all of that." And he helped me start a particular product or a particular business line that has been successful over time. And I really like that because after I finished my PGD at NIG, I threw myself into that and I've seen the results.
Have you faced any challenges in building your career since you left NIG?
No, I don't think I will call them challenges. I don't think so. I just work hard and I just see every whatever it is as an opportunity to do better and get better at what I do, not necessarily challenges. Yeah.
And the last question, what is your advice to the final year students of the institution who will be graduating soon?
Two things. One, the communication industry changes every day. Every day. So you need to be a forever learner. You need to apply yourself. The gift you can give to yourself is the ability to learn because things are changing. The way news was reported or being written years back is no longer the way it is being written today again. Secondly, this field is a field whereby it is not so much about your certificates, it is more about your skills. So I advise final year graduates, don't wait till you finish your school. Start creating content, start putting it out there, start interning, try to do your internships in different places, start building capacity. Forget about your certificates. They employ people even in school in this field. So that's what I'm going to tell final year students.
My name is Bulu Okwaniro. I am an ex-student of NIJ, ND 2016-2018, HND 2020-2023. I am currently into brands and communication. I am the CEO of H Plus Creative, a brand management company.
And how has NIG impacted your life after school?
So NID gave me the leverage that I needed.
Yeah.
Right from school days, the interaction between myself and the industry was very spot on because the likes of Mr. Jack and the competitions and the hands-on experience we had. So it was just like a fusion of the town and the gown for me. So diving into the market was so seamless.
So easy,
because
you had an understanding already.
Yes, so NIG, I think I love my NIG experience.
Yes. Any similarities between your life now and your life when you were in NIG?
Of course, there are similarities, but there are obvious differences as well. Yeah, so the similarities will be from the lens of what I do, but definitely student life and life after school.
That's cool.
They are worlds apart. So in the area of similarities, what I do right now, I believe I have a version of it I was doing on campus. So I would say in terms of work, in terms of practice, in terms of discipline, there's a similarity.
Because you were practicing what you were doing in school.
Yes, at the level of the student.
What you had interest in?
Yes, I was everybody's graphic designer on campus. While I was on campus, every lecturer that was writing a book, I was doing the layout and the design. And student week, their favorite guy. Many things I did on campus. So it gave me a kind of footing for what I do right now.
Okay. Moving on to the next question. Are there any challenges you faced in building your careers since you left NIG?
I think there's a bit of a unique situation with me.
Okay.
Because really, I'm not building a career as it were. I'm building a business. So, and the reality that faces, I mean, the realities that face every business enterprise in Nigeria
Yeah.
is still what I have to do with, are the things I still have to do with. So there are a lot of issues, I mean, in terms of
Career building.
not just career
Career
building.
building.
I'm talking in the likes of ease of doing business,
Oh.
as far as Nigeria is concerned.
Concerned.
Yeah, there are because of social media and internet. There are opportunities beyond the borders of Nigeria,
Sure.
but because you have to operate from Nigeria,
Yeah.
you still have to deal with epileptic power supply. I mean. The cost of doing business and all of those things. So, but I believe, irrespective of the challenges, I'm making an headway, and that's so good to know.
Okay. All right. So, are there any regrets or anything you wish you could change when you were in NIJ?
I don't have any regret.
Okay.
I was an Ibadan boy, a full-fledged Ibadan boy. So I was accented. Mere having a conversation with me, you know that this guy is unexposed. So NIJ was the opportunity I had to come to Lagos.
Wow.
NIJ gave me a lot of, gave me a lot of opportunities to meet people, to network with people, to do business, to do a lot of things. And I think if I would have, any regrets, the regret would be that maybe I didn't use that leverage to the apex. So I would have done more with what NIJ has to offer. So I don't have any regret as far as NIJ is concerned. I'm happy I went to NIJ.
Oh, that's good to hear. And the last question, what is your advice to the final year students of the institution who will be graduating soon?
I don't think I have much advice
Wow.
for final year students. Okay. But if I would give an advice, that would be to the undergraduates. And the earlier you start, the better. Not just about academics. Do the academic duties, but I believe you should practice. Start your practice from the first day you enter NIJ. If you want to go into print, if you want to go into broadcast, if you want to go into PR, if you want to go into advertising, start
now.
The earlier you start, the better it is for you to meet people, for you to gain experience. NIJ, I think NIJ gave me the foundation I needed, and that was because I was hands-on while on campus. So don't stay just with academics. Make it work. Be involved.
Hi, my name is Adedapo Adeswaya, Student Representative Council President 2022, NIJ student 2017 to 2022. I'm a journalist. I'm a business journalist.
Okay, Dapo Adeswaya, what are your experiences during your school in NIJ?
Well, it was a wholesome experience here in NIJ. Academically, socially, politically, it was the whole package. Though I schooled at the time when it was quite challenging, also there were so many things happening in the economy. So, but regardless of that, it was a very wonderful experience. Academically, I had a very nice time. Socially, I was on point. So yeah, the NIJ for me was the whole experience. I had the total package.
Thank you for that. Moving on, how has NIJ impacted your life?
Oh, wonderful. As a journalist, which is what I do, which is what I came here for, NIJ impacted my life because it opened my eyes to what I do now. For me, the first day, certain things, even in our daily conversations, there are some things that I picked from here and I apply them to my daily life. And I've seen the results and I will continue to see the results.
Okay, so thank you for that as well.
You're welcome.
All right. Are there any challenges you have faced?
Of course. The man that says he doesn't face any challenge is a liar. There are a lot of challenges out there. Like I said, I came into the school at a time where I was leaving the school at a very challenging time economically. And that's one like the major challenge in terms of this. I got into a sector that is losing its appeal with people. When I talk about journalism, people say journalism doesn't pay. And I got into it at a time where it doesn't pay because there was erosion of. So you couldn't do stories that were real. You have to do paid story and everything. But you as a journalist, based on the learning I got from here, I know that no, that's not the first basis. The first basis of being a journalist is I am providing society with what they need to know. So I didn't sell my soul for brown envelope when I got into the profession, which is one of the things they used to hammer in our ears here. That don't do this, don't do that. I'm sure every journalist can relate with that brown envelope syndrome. It was one of those things that we had to counter when we got there, because people that drive the news are not people that you can talk to, it's people that pay. So but you owe the society that contract to fulfill it. So with what I learned here in NIJ, I was able to apply that to what I do.
Okay, to sum it up, what are your advices towards
For the final year student here, try immediately you're done. If you don't have something you're doing, try and don't wait. Like don't wait that I'll go for NYC. No. Immediately you're done. In fact, before you're done, try and pick up 21st century skills. When I say 21st century, be digitally literate, be economically viable. No things that every other person be technology savvy. Yeah, because the way the world is shifting now. So as a graduate, you should be able to write, you should be able to edit, you should be able to use TikTok, you should be able to use SEOs. These are things that though they may sound unimportant, they are very, very important. So as a final year student, you should tap if you've not started getting those skills, and trust me, you should quickly take my advice for it. And your bank account will thank you for it. That should be an inspiration.
I'm Olushola Ibrahim Abimbade, a former student of the Nigerian Institute of Journalism, 2022/2023 set. I was the sport director during my set and happens to be the Amir of this great institution. Now I am a broadcast journalist and I work with Smiles Radio 98.7 FM as a broadcast journalist, a presenter, and a producer.
How has NIJ impacted your life after school?
To be fair with you, it's been a very good experience coming to NIJ and being an ex-student. I can say those inside the school currently don't know the kind of favor the mighty one has bestowed upon them, because when I was out, I got to see that when it talks about practical, NIJ drilled us so as for us to be able to tackle the industry. So, and before coming to NIJ, I've had little experience of broadcast. So when I got here, they widened my horizon, and when I was done, I went to the industry straight without me waiting for anything, and to the glory of God, it's been very good.
Are there any similarities between your life now and your life when you were in school?
Oh, one thing about human is the ability to live and learn every day. So, and my past, I can't compare my past to my present because there's a big change in the two. When I was in school, it's just like an example, and now I'm facing the real classwork. In the industry, it's like everything they taught us in school, we are now applying them outside. Because I chose broadcast journalism because I happen to be a radio presenter. I work with Smiles Radio 90.7. So when I got there, I was equipped with some skills, some broadcast skills before going out. So when I got there, it looked like it's more serious outside than the way it was in school. Any student of NIG that sees some courses as this thing is hard, especially the broadcast students, I bet it with you, when they go outside, they will see that is just like a preamble of what is waiting for them outside. So it's now left for them to equip themselves very well to face. Once you understand the basic examples in class, it will be much more easier for you to face the classwork.
Okay, are there any challenges you've had or any regrets?
Okay, like I said earlier, we live every day to learn, and the ability for me to wake up anytime I like without me thinking about coming to school is a big regret, because the structure 8 to 5 has been in me, and there are times I wake up and I feel like, what am I doing today? I'm going to school? But it's not that I regret, because I still find time to learn, And the only thing I can say it makes me feel somehow is just my friends. You know, we've built like a very big family before leaving the school, and when we left, we faced the reality, and the only time we got to hear from ourselves is whenever we just feel like calling ourselves. So that's just the only regret.
What is your advice to the final year student who will be graduating soon?
That should be simple. The thing is just for them to carve their niche. Like it is so popular when they say there's no job outside. But that's a lie. I can't bet that. There are jobs outside. But let me ask you, are we equipping ourselves to face if there is an opportunity? Do we have what it takes to grab it? So my only advice is just for them for every student is to study hard and to carve their niche. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to. This is how I want to live my life. For instance, now you may have friends whereby they feel like they are good when they are to express themselves via writing. There are some people via aura. So if you fail to understand your own personal self, there's a chance that you fail when you get out. The thing is just look for yourself, search within yourself, have your own niche. No, this is what you are strong in doing. There's this English word that says, is it the SWOT analysis? Yes, it is the SWOT analysis. Understand your own strength, your weakness, the opportunity you may see, and the threat. Once you understand those things about yourself, you will see that it's gonna be easy, or you have to study hard. That's the best thing I can say to every student.
From the Institute's initiatives as shared by the HOD and the alumni experience, it is clear that life after graduation is filled with challenges, but also opportunities. With the right mindset, preparation, and resilience, NIJ graduates continue to make their mark in the media world. I remain Melody Ojimadu. Thank you for watching.